Good morning, students. Yesterday we have completed 7.10 exercise, and yesterday only I told you today we are going to discuss definite integrals, properties of definite integrals, which is very important. So that is the reason now we are today started discussing properties of definite integrals now. So now carefully listen now here. The properties of definite integral, the first property we call as by P naught. We can say that property 1, property 2. In textbook what is given, that only I am saying, so that it is when you refer the textbook also you won't get any confusion. That is the reason. Okay, so here is first property, P naught is equal to P naught first property, integral a to b f of x dx is equal to integral a to b f of t dt, integral a to b f of z dz. Like that you can say anything. Means, what does it mean? The P naught property means whenever limits are same, then if we change the variables there is no problem, means they are all equal only. That is the only saying. Whenever limits are changing, means lower limit and upper limit. If you write here x, if you write t, if you write z, if you write y, doesn't mean it is the same only. So that is the reason they said integral a to b f of x dx is equal to integral a to b f of t dt is equal to integral a to b f of z dz. Now you see here, to prove that, proof I wrote here, see, proof, all of you have to note down, this is very important. So proof integral a to b f of x dx, and this one I consider. Now what I did now, wherever x is there, if you change to t, I said put x is equal to t. Yesterday we learned, whenever you go for substitution, your limits also will change. That procedure is as usual. So put x is equal to t, dx is equal to dt, upper limit. What is the upper limit here? B. So x is equal to b means t is equal to b. Lower limit x is equal to a means t is equal to a. So integral a to b f of x means how much? T dt. This and this are same only. See, that is the reason what you want. Even instead of if you say put x is equal to z, then you will get this. So what does it mean? Integral, when the limits are the same, lower and upper limit, then variable if you change also, it is there is no difference, they are all equal only. So this is very important property which you have to remember. So many times we will write like that. Okay, this is very clear, you understood. Now, so first property P naught and P1. What is the next property is here? Integral a to b f of x dx is equal to minus of integral b to a f of x dx. Here what is given, you see, here integral a to b f of x is there, he put minus here, and then upper limit is become lower limit and lower limit become upper limit. That's all. Means what? If you minus comes means upper and lower limit will change. Suppose anywhere if you see like this, if you remove minus, then here a to b will come, b to a will become a to b. So either you can, this one you can write like this, or this one you can write like this. Again we have to prove this. Proof now. See, now what is given here is, let f be a antiderivative of small f. Already we learned yesterday, but again I wrote it. So because theorems better to write. Let f be a antiderivative of f, then by second fundamental calculus theorem, yesterday I told you, integral a to b f of x dx, what is said, what to define? F of x a to b, that is nothing but f of b minus f of a. This is called fundamental calculus theorem, second fundamental calculus theorem, what is explained. So now here what I did, f of b minus f of a is there, I took minus common. When I take minus common here, what happened now? F of a minus f of b has come. So minus is here, you keep minus as usual. Here you see, f of b minus f of a means what is said? A to b f of x dx. F of a minus f of b means what will say? B to a f of x dx. First minus second. First will be the upper limit, second means lower limit. Here first is what is there? A. Second what is there? B. So b to a f of x dx. Before minus is the minus, which is proved. So therefore what you will come to know that now integral a to b f of x dx is equal to minus integral b to a f of x dx, we can write. So this is the property number P1. Third property P2, property P2, what is said? integral a to b f of x dx is equal to integral a to c f of x dx plus integral c to b f of x dx, provided c lies between a and b. When c lies between a and b, then this is possible to split. Okay, na? Therefore, now by second, same thing again, you should, before writing the theorem, you should write like this only. Let f be a antiderivative of f. Then by second fundamental theorem, integral a to b f of x dx is equal to f of x a to b, that is f of b minus f of a, say equation 1, because we have used the second fundamental theorem. Now what is the right hand side? You see, integral a to c f of x dx, again by this theorem, capital F of x a to c. How will write? Upper limit minus lower limit, f of c minus f of a, say equation number 2. What is the next one? Integral c to b f of x dx. How we can write? F of x is c to b, upper limit f of b minus f of c, that is equation number 3. Okay, now what I am doing now? Right hand side 2 are there, plus is there, no? That's why adding 2 plus 3. When I add 2 plus 3, what happens? F of c minus f of a plus f of b minus f of c, minus f of c plus f of c cancel. We got f of b minus f of a. What is f of b minus f of a from equation 1? Integral a to b f of x dx. That's why integral a to b f of x dx from equation 1. So what happened now? Integral a to b f of x dx can be split into a to c f of x dx plus c to b f of x dx, provided c lies between a and b. This is the third property. So P2 property, P0, P1, P2. So these are the properties. First of all, you should follow. Property number 1 is this. I want to write here like this. A box I'll put so that you people should not get any confusion. This is first property. Next, second property. See, this is called second property. Okay, na? This is second property. Next property is this. So properties, proof is okay. At the same time, we should also know that properties also, because we will use by property this P2 like this. Okay, na? So property P0 is integral a to b f of x dx. If same limits are there, whatever variable you will take, there is no difference. Therefore, integral a to b f of t dt, integral a to b f of dz, integral a to b f of y dy, whatever you can write. The second property P1, integral a to b f of x dx, it can be written as integral minus b to a f of x dx. Property number 2, integral a to b f of x dx can be written as a to c f of x dx plus c to b f of x dx, provided c between a and b. A less than c less than b means we can do it. Okay. So here, in here properties, in particular if you go here, a and b are equal means what will happen? A and b are equal means what will happen here? See, f of b minus f of b cancel, you get 0. So particularly upper limit lower limit equal means function will become 0. Okay, na? F of nothing is there, no? So that's why that is the property. That if you remember also, no problem. Okay. Next we'll go to the property number P0. P3, P0 is over, P0, P1, P2 is over, P3. So now, you understood I think? Now let us move to the next property. Okay, na? My dear students, you just see this properties, very important, because these properties while doing problems will use it. So that's why you must know these properties very well. Okay, anyhow, now let us see now here. When that side will go, that will rub it. First, this is enough. Okay, now you see property number P3, I'll write here. P1, P2, next P3. What is the third here? P3 property. Integral a to b f of x dx is equal to integral a to b f of a plus b minus x dx. This is what is given. A plus b minus x dx. A plus b minus x dx. This is the property 3. Now, let us see now. Now, here you see, from this you have to prove. Okay, or from this you have to prove. Whatever, this is equal to this you have to prove. So for that, first of all what we'll do, we'll see now. So whenever, see this, if I consider this is a t and limits are same, in place of t also it is nothing but x only, because by using property 1. So now what I am going to do is I am considering proof. I will write here same integral a to b f of a plus b minus x dx. This is given. Now what I am doing is put a plus b minus x is equal to t. A plus b minus x is equal to t. What is the derivative of a? 0. What is the derivative of b? 0. What is the derivative of x? Minus dx is equal to dt. So this implies minus dx is equal to dt, or dx is equal to minus dt. So what I did, first of all, you see, whichever you have to prove, either this and this are equal means right hand side I took. That entire thing I consider as t. Now x you are considering in t means you have to substitute, you know it by differentiation. So my dx is equal to minus dt, we got it. Immediately we should go for upper limit also. What is upper limit here? B. Wherever x is there, you have to substitute b. My dear students, please see, minus b plus b cancel. Upper limit will get a. Directly I wrote. Lower limit, here a is there. In place of x you should write a. Minus a plus a will get cancelled, and we got lower limit as b. Okay. So what I can write now? Integral. In place of lower limit b is there. In place of upper limit a is there. F of, in place of a plus b minus x, I can write t. I'll write t here. Into, in place of dx, minus dt. So minus dt I can write here. So because I want to bring minus outside, integral b to a f of t dt. Correct? Minus b to a f of t dt. That's what you got it. My dear student, now by property second property P1, by property P1, what we did, P1, you see, if minus, if you remove, limits will interchange. Correct or not? So this will become a to b f of t dt. How you got? By P1. And P1 means P1 property. In examination, if you write P1 property here, is very important, very easy, better. Why? Because P1 means that fellow, if it doesn't know what is P1 means, so that's why problem will come. You write integral a to b f of x dx is equal to integral minus b to f of x dx. According to that, this one change into this. Again, this is how can you write now? Integral a to b f of x dx. First property p naught. Just I am writing by p naught. P naught means what is that? Integral where same limits are there means instead of t you can write x or z. So finally what happened now? Integral a to b f of a plus b minus x dx equal to how much you got? Integral a to b f of x dx, which is proved here. See, so this is the very important. This is important property. They will ask you an examination like this. The property you have to prove, and then problem will be given. One problem basing on this property. So that problem using this property you have to do it. Okay. Afterwards you can learn. So integral a to b f of x dx is equal to integral a to b f of a plus b minus dx means simply what I did, right hand side whatever is there I consider as t, and derivative I took, and upper limit lower limit change I substituted here, then I got it by property 1 p1 by property p naught. So I wrote these two like this. So finally this is correct like that I have proved. Very simple property. See, in 6 marks. This will be given plus one problem will be given. For 6 marks we will get it. So that's why properties are very important. Okay. Over now. So let us move to the next property. Property number P4. P3 is over means P4. Okay na? Okay. Now how I am doing now, like that you people also practice like this. It's easy only, no? So then it is, you can find out without any problem. So practice only. Okay. So this is also gone. This property is over now. So what is the next property? We will see now. Next property, property number P4, P3 and P4. P4. Yes, P4. P4 property. Integral a to b f of x dx is equal to integral a to b f of a to b or 0 to a na? 0 to a, sorry. Integral 0 to a f of x dx is equal to integral 0 to a f of a minus x dx. This is the given property. Previously, a to b f of x dx is equal to integral a to b f of a plus b minus x dx. In that case, if you put b is equal to 0, that only this will come. But anyhow, no problem. We'll see now. A is equal to 0, b is equal to a means that only will come. But I want to treat separate problem, separate property also. 0 to a f of x dx can be written as 0 to a f of a minus x dx. Again the same story won't change. What we did previously, here also we'll do like that. Means what? You take proof now. You take integral 0 to a f of a minus x dx. Okay na? 0 to a f of a minus x dx. Now what you'll do now? You know pretty well. Put a minus x is equal to t. Same. A plus b minus x is equal to t in the previous property. Now a minus x is here, that's why it's at t. Derivative, a derivative 0, 0 minus derivative of x means 1 is equal to dt by dx means by cross multiplication dx. So simply how much we are going to get finally here? Directly can write. So dx is equal to how much you can get? Minus dt. Dx is equal to minus dt. Okay, dx is equal to minus dt means upper limit. What is upper limit here? A. Wherever x is there, a minus a, 0. Upper limit is 0. Lower limit, what is here? 0. A minus 0, a. So lower limit is a. Now, what you will write here? Integral a to 0. Lower limit a, upper limit 0. Into f of a minus x means t into dx means minus dt. Again the same question. You bring minus outside. Integral a to 0 f of t dt. Because minus we brought outside now. So this is there. How can I write this is integral 0 to a f of t dt. Again the same property by property 1 p1. When did you know p1? When you remove minus, what will happen now? It will interchange the limits. Minus will go, 0 to a will come, f after dt. Again this is how much? Integral 0 to a, limits are not changing, only variables change. Integral f of x dx by p naught. Okay, my dear student, understood. Finally how much you got? Integral 0 to f of x dx, same right hand. Over. How simple is it? So one theoretically property if you understood, means we can do all this mechanically without any problem at all. Okay. So P0, P1, P2, P3, P4. Now you tell me what are the 4 properties, how to remember? Sir, I remember sir. P0 means integral a to b f of x dx is equal to integral a to b f of t dt is equal to integral a to b f of z dz, like that sir. Okay, very good. What is P1 now? P1 means sir, integral a to b f of x dx is equal to minus b to a f of x dx sir. Very nice. Next, third property means P2. What is P2? Integral a to b f of x dx can be written as integral a to c f of x dx plus integral c to b f of x dx, provided c lies between a and b. Very nice. Next, P1, P0, P1, P2. Next, P3. What is P3? Integral a to b f of x dx is equal to integral a to b f of a plus b minus x dx sir. Very nice. Next, P4. Integral 0 to a f of x dx is equal to integral 0 to a f of a minus x dx. Over. So like this, we should remember the properties. Then if you 2-3 times if you remember like this, it always be there with you. Next process, how you have proved? All mechanically, that only put right hand side t and prove it, substitute it by property 1, property not, both are same, we are saying. Correct? Huh? So nothing in this, great. Okay, let us move to the next property. Next, P5 now. So total 7 will be there, P5, P6, P7, and in that P6 and P7 are very important. So that's why generally they'll ask more number of times those properties, but anyhow all these are basics are useful for that to prove it also. Now we'll move to the property number P5 now. We'll write P5 property. What is given? Integral a to 0 to 2a f of x dx is equal to integral 0 to a f of x dx plus integral 0 to f of x dx plus integral 0 to a f of, how much is there? 2a minus x dx. This is the given. So this they are saying, this is the property given now. Integral 0 to 2a f of x dx is equal to integral 0 to a f of x dx plus integral 0 to a f of 2a minus x. So this is what is given now. So now from this we have to find out the given problem. Okay. So is the P5 property. Okay, P5. Integral 0 to 2a f of x dx is equal to integral 0 to a f of x dx plus integral 0 to a f of integral 0 to 2a 0 to a f of 2a minus x dx, like that is given. Okay. Now let us see now. This is given, this you have to prove now. Let it be like this. Let it be like this. See now, proof. I will write here. Proof. How to proceed further in theorem? How to remember? That only further you are saying now. Here how much is there? 2a. But here how much is there? A. 2.5 means is there. So therefore, immediately we remember that integral 0 to 2a f of x dx can be written as integral 0 to a f of x dx plus integral a to 2a f of x dx. Correct or not? How? By property 2, P2. P0, P1 is over now. P2 that is only happened, just now we told integral a to b f of x dx can be written as integral a to c f of x dx plus c to b f of x dx, where c lies between a and b. So here in between 0 to 2a will be there. That's why 0 to a to 2a. See here a means a, 0 means a means c, 2a means b. Over. So by P2 property, this given problem I have written like this. Okay, happy. This property you know it, that's why you wrote like this. Now when you compare right hand side here, 0 to f of x dx is here, 0 to f of x dx here, happy. So same, nothing I want to change in this case. But here how much is there? 0 to a f of 2a minus x here a to 2a f of x minus dx is there. So I want to take this, consider, because this I want to change into this format. That's why consider a to 2a f of x dx. Now this is there. How to do? How to do now here? So this is the first important thing what you have to remember here. So here what to do? Sir, here how to do? Here you are given a to 2a f of x dx. Here 2a minus x you have to prove. Here x is there. Simple. Whatever you have to prove, that you take t means both are same only. No? Here f of t means f of x only. So therefore, by keeping an idea like that, put 2a minus x is equal to t, or x is equal to 2a minus t. Whatever be there, no problem. Or x is equal to 2a minus t. And wherever x is there, 2a minus t is substituted. That is the meaning. Okay, 2a derivative 0 minus dx is equal to dt. So what is dx now? Minus dt. So immediately when you substitution, take upper limit. What is upper limit here? 2a. 2a minus 2a, 0. Upper limit is 0. Lower limit. What is lower limit is there? A. 2a minus a. You write here. So all the three problems I am doing the same only. Whatever is given, I am taking substitution. The upper limit, lower limit I substituted. Now integral. In place of a, lower limit is what is there? A only is there. Happy. In place of upper limit, what is there? 0. You write. Into f of x is there. What is x now? 2a minus t. Take x that side. So x is equal to 2a minus t. In place of x, you write 2a minus t. Good. What is next? Dx. What is dx? Minus dt. You write minus dt. Okay. So from this we got this. Now minus, because I want to take outside. Integral a to 0 f of 2a minus t dt. Okay. This I know by the property. Minus gone means limits will change. 0 to a f of 2a minus t dt by property 1. We did it so many problems by property 1. Now again integral 0 to a f of 2a minus x dx. Variable will change by property not. By property. By p1 is this, by p0 is this. Wherever t is there, I substitute x because limits are changed. So finally what happened now? Integral a to 2a f of x dx can be written as, this is equal to, can be written as 0 to a f of 2a minus x dx. So finally what happened now? Here in place of integral 0 to 2a f of x dx is equal to, what you will write? First how you are separated here? Integral, this is the nothing's change. Integral 0 to a f of x dx plus integral a to 2a f of x dx. A to 2a f of x dx, finally what you got? 0 to a f of 2a minus x. That only you write. Integral 0 to a f of 2a minus x dx. Over. That's the property number 5. P0. You got it? Okay. So here three properties you are used. Property number 2, property number 1, property number 0. All the three properties together we proved property 5. That's all. So first 0 to 2a, after seeing a here, okay, I have to separate. Property 2 I remembered. So immediately 0 to a to 2a I wrote. Next what I have to prove, I have seen these are same only. So this I have to convert into this. So that's why this I consider here. Integral a to 2a f of x dx. Put here this one you have to convert, that's why this is directly I have taken t. So like this I wrote here by property 1, by property 2, the same task. So here nothing is much important. Here much thing to worry. Mechanical process. Same thing you substitute here by property 1, you interchange it by property not, you write the variable in place of s. Okay. Okay. Next property, we will go to the property number 6 now. This is property number 5. Okay. Property, I told you, property number 6 and 7 are very, 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 very important. Most important properties are those. Okay. So let us see that property. Now I am explaining only properties first, then we will come to the problems. Okay. Here. Yes. Now let us see the property now. In this property number 6, P6, I will write here. P6. Integral 0 to 2a f of x dx is equal to, put flower bracket like that's better, 2 into 0 to a f of x dx if f of 2a minus x is equal to f of x. 0. if f of 2a minus x is equal to minus f of x. These are the, that's why it's very important property, VIM. Very important. So this is property number 6. Next two are, finally two are there, 6 and 7, that's why. So integral 0 to 2a, that is the property we can write. Yes. Here problem is easy. Why property 6 and 7? I said by using property 5 only you can do this. So that's why while doing property 6 you have to prove property 5. And property 5 what I explained, you have to do it. So here you see what we can do here. Property 6 means, you see here, this is given. Now I will write proof here. Proof here. What we will do first, you will take this one, integral 0 to 2a f of x dx. How can you write? How can you write? This is integral 0 to a f of x dx plus integral 0 to a f of 2a minus x dx. Correct or not? This is by property 5. But here you cannot write by property 5 directly. You have to prove property 5 100%. Means whatever I given property 5, that from here you have to prove that. How it has come, like that everything you have to prove. Because already I did property 5. So what I am saying now, first property 5 you copy it. Then what I said you continue. That's all. Okay na? Because already I proved property 5. And you, if you write property 5, they won't agree. What is property 5? 1 step, 2 step means they'll agree. So this is the theorem, you know, property 5 theorem totally you should write. Then after writing the property 5, integral 0 to 2a f of x dx is equal to 0 to a f of x dx plus 0 to a f of 2ax minus dx. This is the property 5. Correct or not? You have proved. After getting this, now what this one will come means, I'll write case 1. Case 1 and the first case. What is case? If means what? If possible. He said that is called if. So in case 1 what I will write? If, the same I will write. If f of 2a minus x is equal to f of x, then my dear students, once again property 6 means, first of all you should write property 5 theorem as it is. After writing the property 5 theorem, then case 1 will come. In that case 1, what you will write? The same what is given you write. If f of 2a minus x is equal to f of x. If means what? If this is equal to this. That is the meaning. Then what will happen now? Here is substitute. Here. That is then integral 0 to 2a f of x dx is equal to, then here 0 to f of x dx is equal to, what is here? This is you write as usual, 0 to a f of x dx plus 2a minus x, f of 2a minus x is how much is saying? F of x. Okay, means integral 0 to a f of x dx. And if this is equal to this, means this place you write this. 0 to f of x dx plus 0 to f of x dx means how much? 2 into 0 to a f of x dx. 4. This is property 1. Case 1. Then what is case 2 now? Case 2. Case 2. You take this. If, same, f of 2a minus x is equal to minus f of x. Minus f of x. Then, so what are the second statement is that only I wrote now. If you say that f of a minus x is equal to minus f of x, then integral 0 to 2a f of x dx will become is equal to integral 0 to a f of x. This is as usual. First one nothing. Here f of 2a minus x, what happened? Minus f of x happened. So you bring minus outside. Integral 0 to a will come here. If of 2a minus x means we can write f of x. Then what happened now? F of x a. Here 0 to a, here plus cancel. How much you got? 0. Over here. So what is there extra? If you know, that's why property 6 is important. Why? Because already 5 will come. So property 5, theorem as it is, you have to learn that one first you should write here. After establishing the property 5, then case 1, case 2 should write, then 6th property is over. So by the finally what you can from case 1 and case 2, from case 1 and case 2 you write like that. From case 1 and case 2, from case 1 and case 2 what you got it? You got it integral 0, final conclusion 0 to a f of x dx is equal to, put flower brackets, same thing you write, 2 into 0 to a f of x dx if f of 2a minus x is equal to f of x. Okay na? 0 if f of 2a minus x is equal to minus f of x. Over, that's all. That's what you got it. So whatever you got, case 1, case 2. So it is very easy. That's why I told you. Mechanical. If you know the property of 5, you write 5, then case 1, case 2, final conclusion. Over. This is 6 marks. So that's why, remember my dear students, okay na? All I did mechanical, if you observe this, nothing is there to practice. Only you have to memorize, that's all. Memorize means one you have to put on paper. Over. Okay na? We'll move to the next important P7 now. Okay? My dear students, you understood? I think so. Please practice. No problem. No confusion will be there. So this what I am explained. This you remember, like this only you write. Okay? Okay. Let us move to the next property. That is the last property, P7 now. P7 property. Okay. P6 is over. Now P7. What is the property 7 is saying now? We will see. Integral P7. Integral minus a to a f of x dx is equal to, again flower bracket, 2 into 0 to a f of x dx. Same like 6 only, but difference is what? If f of x is equal to, if f of x is even function, if f of x is even, 0 if f of x is an odd function. F of x is odd. So now the question is, what is even and odd function, sir? So you should not say like that because already we did it. But anyhow, if f of x is equal to, if f of minus x is equal to f of x, both are same, then it is even function. If f of minus x is equal to minus f of x, then it is called odd function. This is the definition of even function. Even function means cos x. Cos, in place of cos x is there. In place of x, if you write minus x, what will happen? Cos minus theta, cos theta, even function. In place of sin x, if you write x place of minus sin minus x, minus sin x, odd function. So sin is odd function, its cosine is even function. Remember like this. That is called even or odd. So if he is saying that if it is even, it is 2 into 0 to a. If it is odd function, it is 0. So this is the property number 7 down. Okay. Now this you have to prove now. Let us go to this one again. This will prove and will be keep here. This is also very important. Okay, proof. Listen carefully. In property number 6, P6, happily we used it as it is prop P5 theorem. Happy. That's why case 1, case 2 over. Here also similarly like that only but we cannot say like directly because it is in that form, not exactly that. But P6 exactly that, P5 only. That's why we are happy. Now here, what to do now? See, all of you. Integral minus a to a f of x dx. So, again by using the same property, in between minus a to a, I want to split like that, one value. What will be there? Plus and negative, plus 1 and minus 1, between what will be there? 0. Correct? Minus to 0, 0 to plus. Correct? So, therefore, I can write this is as minus a to 0 f of x dx plus integral 0 to a f of x dx. This is by property P012 by P2. Correct? By property 2, integral a to b f of x dx, integral a to c f of x dx plus in c to b f of x dx. That's all I did. So here what is c? C means 0. What is ab? Minus a and a. Understood? The same property we did in P5 also. Correct or not? But exactly 0 to 2a is there. 6th also 0 to 2a. Happily we wrote that. Now we are proving now. That's all only difference. By using the property P2 minus a to 0, 0 to a f of x dx at all. So what you have to prove? 2 into 0 to f of x. Already 0 to f of x has come, This we have to prove now. This we have to simplify. This we have to simplify. Now consider. I'll write here. Consider. What you have to consider now? Integral minus a to 0, f of x dx. Now what I'll do now? Put x is equal to minus t. What, sir? Put t, put x is equal to t means same will come. Property 1, property not. So that's why we have to change means negative. Here minus is there. Put x is equal to minus t I took. Then dx is equal to how much? Minus dt. So what is upper limit now? Upper limit 0 is here. Put 0. 0 is equal to minus t. T is equal to 0. 0 is neither negative nor positive. Next lower limit. A minus a. X is equal to minus a is equal to minus t. So t is equal to a. My dear student, you understood? X is equal to minus a minus t. Minus minus cancel. T is equal to a over. So now this is equal to, I just writing here because I don't have for board big one, that's why. Actually what you should write is equal to means is equal, I'll write here, otherwise you will do mistakes. Here same, that is equal to means under the same equal to should consider. Because I don't want to waste the space, that's why I didn't write. But anyhow I'll write now. Is equal to means I'll write equal to. So now what you'll write? Integral. What is the lower limit? A. What is the upper limit? 0. In f of what is x minus t? What is dt? Dx minus dt, that you write. Is equal to. So if you minus, if you remove it, what will happen? This will interchange, I'll write one step, no problem. Minus a to 0, f of minus t dt. Now what happened now? If you remove minus, integral 0 to a, limits will change and f of minus t dt. This is by P1. Now, my dear students, I'll write here. Now, same is equal to means my equal to is follows this. Integral 0 to a f of minus x dx. Wherever t is there, I wrote minus x, cx. Why? By P naught. What is there? Variable change means, limits are change means variable you can change it. So then I got it. So finally what I got from here you see, integral minus a to a f of x dx is equal to minus a to 0 f of x dx. Minus a to 0 f of x dx means what you got? 0 to a f of minus x dx. This is what? Plus. Correct only, no? Minus a to 0 f of x dx, how much you got? 0 to a f of minus x. That one 0 to a f of minus x dx plus 0 to a f of x dx. Already we wrote it. 0 to a f of x dx. Okay, now what to do, sir? We completed. Yes. Now case 1. Case 1. What is case 1, sir? If f of minus x is equal to f of x means what? Even. If f of minus x is equal to f of x, that is even function. Then it is equal to integral 0 to a f of x dx plus integral 0 to a f of x dx. Together how much you will get now? Together 2 into 0 to a f of x dx. That's what. Correct or not? Same story here also. There f of 2a minus x is equal to f of x. So here f of minus x is equal to f of x. Then what happened? These two are same. 2 into 0 to a f of x dx will come. What is case 2 now? Case 2. Here case 2 means if f of minus x is equal to minus f of x, then what happened now? Integral 0 to a f of x dx minus f of x will come, minus outside, minus f of x dx plus integral 0 to a f of x dx. So finally this one cancel, means 0. How much you got finally? 0. So case 1, case 2 together, how much you will get finally? Conclusion you write, because I don't have both there. Conclusion, finally minus a to a f of x dx is equal to 2 into 0 to a f of x dx if f of x is even, or if f of minus x is equal to f of x. 0 if f of x odd, or f of minus x is equal to minus f of x over. So this is the 7 properties which is very important. Okay. So basing on these properties, then we can do the tomorrow class. Okay. Once again I'll explain the property number 7, very important. Minus a to a f of x dx can be, he has given 2 into 0 to f of x dx if f of x even is said. If it is even means what? F of minus x is equal to f of x. 0 if f of x is odd. What do you mean by odd? F of minus x is equal to minus f of x. If these two conditions are there, it will come like this. So again I consider the left hand side here, minus a to f of x dx. By property 2 I split this, minus a to 0 f of x dx plus 0 to a f of x dx. In between 0 will be there. Okay, na? In between 1 will be there, sir, and negative to positive when you change means 0 will come. And how do you know, sir, and 0 to a is showing here. So unless until you take 0 here, we cannot take, So that's why 0 we are taken, one number in between a minus a and plus a. Minus a to 0 f of x dx plus 0 to f of x dx by property 2. Now, this is as usual, okay, here what we have proved. This is you have to change. That's why this I consider minus a to 0 f of x dx. So here x, if you write same t, then f of t dt, no change, no value, same only will come. So that's why to change something, I put minus t. Put x is equal to minus t. Why I put minus t also? Because here negative is there and then here minus x is saying, that's why. So put x is equal to minus t, dx is equal to minus dt, upper limit, lower limit, we got it. Now is equal to, lower limit is a, upper limit is 0, a to 0, x means minus t, dx means minus dt, this minus came out. A to 0, f of minus t dt. By property 1, p1, if you remove minus, it will interchange the limits. So 0 to a f of minus t dt. By property not, what will happen now? P1 here, integral 0 to a f of minus x dx by p naught. So we got it. So finally what you got it? Integral minus a to 0 f of x dx can be written as 0 to a f of minus x dx over. Next, to prove, finally how much you got? So minus a to a f of x dx is equal to 0 to a f of minus x dx plus 0 to a f of x dx, because we have substituted here. Now case 1. What is case 1? If we can say f of minus x is equal to f of x, then integral 0 to a minus x become f of x. You said already 0 to a f of x dx plus 0 to f of x dx, which is nothing but 2 into 0 to a f of x dx. If we can say in case 2 it is negative, means minus f of x, then what happened now? Minus plus cancel will get 0. So finally conclusion is what? Integral minus a to f of x dx, 2 into 0 to f of x dx if a function is even, and 0 if function is odd. Okay. So these are the 7 properties from P0 to P7 today we explained. So with these, using these properties only, we'll do the exercise. Okay. my dear students, be careful. Today you practice all these properties once paper. 2-3 times you practice, that mechanical process will come to know and you will be very happy. Okay, my dear students, let us move to the next class tomorrow. Okay, thank you.